So here's my thought on NYSL, and it's a pro for them and it's a con for them. I think this is like the biggest reason why they're not as successful. A lot of people are like pointing blame on Kismet. He isn't as good this year. You could argue like now there's fucking dead silence. I mean, it's exposing some people, but I don't know about that one. I feel like he's still fine, especially compared to most of the SMGs in the league. I think it's just weird because Hydra is like a god tier talent. Like I think all of us know that, like triple S tier talent. But I think their biggest pro is also their biggest con sometimes, where the way the team is, it just revolves around him. And like I think even like their system kind of like just revolves around him. And I mean, like if he's not playing good, like the whole team doesn't do well. Like we never see Hydra do bad and the team wins. I don't feel that happens often. Like when has Hydra ever pulled up a stinker, like a stinker, and his team won? Like I don't think it ever happens. And like he's just put in position where he shines. And I mean, granted, a lot of that's literally on his own. Like he makes the plays and everything. An 88 Slayer rating is literally absurd. I think he's fucking first in the league for that. Next to Scrap and Simp. Yeah, he's just like a menace on the map. He's a playmaker, does everything. And when you have a player that good, I can understand why it's like the whole team revolves around him. But it's also, I can't even really view it as a negative because it's also like the exact same thing with Toronto. If Scrap's not playing good, they will not win. They do not win if Scrap does not play good. And Scrap rarely plays bad. Like when do you ever see Scrap in a series? Like we saw it recently, we're at a 0.98, but like he was still playing good, you know? And like they lost in that game, but like if he's not putting over a 1.0, bro, it's like they never win. It's like the same thing with Ultra. I think that's kind of what makes FaZe. Oh god, everyone's gonna fucking be on me for complimenting FaZe again. But bro, we have to admit that's what makes FaZe the best team in the game right now. If Sip plays bad, Abizi, Draza, Cell play good. If Draza plays bad, Simp and or Abizi plays good. If Cell plays bad, Draza, Simp, or Abizi plays good. If Abizi plays bad, Simp always does well. Draza does well. Everyone else does well. Whenever someone's playing bad, everyone else is doing good. On like NYSL, Ultra, Hydra plays bad. This team is in the dumps. Scrap plays bad. And it's even more of a testament to how great Scrappy is because he's an AR. He's a flex. To see him impact this team that much is crazy. But I think this whole NYSL dynamic, because like you look at this team, it's a good fucking team, bro. Like they should be in that top 4 mix. Like Sib is a fucking shooter. I was thinking Hydra and Sib on the same team, and Sky's also a fucking shooter. Don't even get me wrong. Like they got 3 shooters on their team. I was thinking like Optic, FaZe, them, Toronto would all just be like hot pocket back and forth, but like they're like a distant number 4 compared to the number 3. But it's even hard for me to say that because I know they could beat Ultra. They haven't had the chance to play Ultra on LAN. And I feel like if they did play them on LAN, like I feel like NYSL would beat them. Is that crazy? Like the way these brackets have been, the past 3 majors, they just have not had a matchup. They have not had a LAN matchup. We haven't seen NYSL face Ultra. I feel like that matchup, because we talk about the matchups, how like the FaZe matchup with Ultra on LAN, like Ultra gets the upper hand. The FaZe matchup with Optic, FaZe usually gets the upper hand. Granted, like they draw, whatever. Everyone's gonna be on me for that. The Optic matchup with Ultra, Optic usually fucking pisses on them like every time. And I think NYSL matches up good against Ultra. I honestly feel like they do. And like they trolled like that 2-0 lead in like that online qualifier, but I really want to see this game on LAN. And if NYSL is actually I feel like NYSL will beat Ultra if they face each other on LAN, but the way the brackets are, just that just like does not add up, bro. Just does not add up. Like one of these teams has to get the number 2 seed and the other one has to get like the number 4. That's the only way that they end up on the same side as the bracket. Otherwise, if one's number 2, one's number 3, they'll be on opposite sides. One has to be 2, one has to be 4, or one has to be 1 and one has to be 3 for them to be on like the fucking same side. And I really want to see that matchup. Hopefully see that Major 4. Because you can quote me on this. I feel like NYSL could actually take Ultra. I honestly fucking feel like that could happen. So that's my thoughts on that. But like just this NYSL team, I feel like they should be better. I feel what's costing them a lot of games is like there's moments where it's like small communication would make the difference and they would win some of these games. Because I've seen some situations where I'm like, wait, did that guy not calm that? That guy not calm that? And then, oh, it falls apart. I feel like small communication, not just calming, oh, I died, that, but like the small, like, hey, like, I'm watching this. Are you watching this for me? Like, okay, I'm not watching this. Can you stop watching this? Watch this. Like, small stuff like that. We even saw, like, the NYSL comms clip, you know, when Sid was like 100%, all 4 dead. Hydra's like, are you sure? Then he gets shot in the back by the 4th guy. I feel like once they get their small communication together, they just need a bit more teamwork and a bit more communication, or a lot more teamwork, a lot more communication. I feel like that's all they're missing. Like, they shoot their guns just fine. They just need a bit more teamwork. When it comes to like these top 4 teams, teamwork and a person going off is like basically like what it comes down to, plus like some moments, some chokes, whatever. But NYSL just needs a bit more teamwork. They kind of feel sometimes they're on different pages. I don't even feel like Kismet's to blame. Everyone's saying Kismet hasn't been playing that well. I just feel like if they get more synergy, I feel like they'll be fine. They'll be able to contest. And if people are just shooting their guns a bit more, because when you're playing Optic, phase, whatever, you got to shoot your guns. All the teamwork in the world, you got to be able to shoot your guns. Otherwise, you know, whatever. But they got shooters. So it's not like they need a roster change. There's no clear roster change. I don't see a clear change for Kismet. Sib, Skies isn't going anywhere. Hydra's not going anywhere. I don't see a clear change for Sib or Kismet. I don't feel like any specific player is a problem. Maybe Sib is a problem in terms of like how he's meshing with the team, but I feel if they just like really hone in on it, they could actually figure it out. Like, the thing that made Priesta a better fit was he's just more selfless. I mean, Sib can be that way as well, but I mean, I personally feel like, I'll go to the grave with this, I feel like NYSL got lucky in MW2. Especially with how the game was with fucking no dead silence, and the maps were horrible. They're literally like all fucking pub maps. And now they're getting exposed on a real game. That's just my opinion. That's how I always felt. But yeah, if they just have more teamwork, more synergy, like, they'll be fine.